would say it was electric. We've been preparing for so long for this, and just to play in front of all the fans and play for each other, it was just a super cool feeling to get that result.
And you guys are going to play Omaha tomorrow, who you just played recently and played very well against. What are you looking forward to about seeing them in the biggest match of the year?
Yeah, I'm just excited for the opportunity. I know we've worked so hard for this, and to finally have it come to fruition is amazing. And I know that Omaha is a great team, so we're just going to do our best to put on a good show for them.
Yeah. Zoom out just a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, in your season, personally, your second half surge has been amazing. What just got you back on the court and got you playing so well?
Yeah, I think over the year I've been coming back from the ACL injury, and so just having that recovery, it's been amazing to go through with all my PTs and the coaches that have helped me. But it's definitely been a lot of hard work, so I think that's just been the thing with this past year, and being able to help the team as much as I can. I'm glad I was able to do that, and my teammates have been so supportive this whole time. So.
Oh, good. And what have your practices just been like since you guys have been here in Omaha?
Yeah, it's been super fun. I know we're dialed in once we're here, and there's a lot of things going on outside with like the fan fest and the award ceremony. But I think once we get on the court, we're locked in, and we're just excited to play.
It was a thrilling game. We went in there with a positive mindset and knew that seeding-wise we were the underdog, but we knew anything could happen, and we were firing on all cylinders, and we really put on a great show, and both teams did, and all four teams did, going 5 sets, but we were thrilled to come out with a win, and we felt very calm through the whole game, knowing that it could go either way, but we prevailed in the end, and super proud of our team.
Anywhere in your volleyball career, did you have a championship game like this where the opponent is a team who you've played a handful of times throughout the season?
I would relate it to college games that you play everybody multiple times, and you're going to face them eventually in the NCAA tournament. But I've never been in that position of fighting for a semifinal to go into a final, so I kind of relate it to a Final Four I was never a part of in college. We never made it that far, so being on home soil and being able to play, quote, a semifinal to go to a championship was a new experience for me, and so I was just trying to relish in every single moment and be where my feet are.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. How has practice been since you guys have been here? Has anything new kind of popped up in the playbook, or is it just about keeping everyone loose and keeping everyone healthy for these games?
We're playing to our strengths. That's what you have to do when you're this far into the season and have one more game to go. So we're playing into our strengths and just trying to tweak some of our weaknesses and just polish those up going into Saturday. But at the end of the day, we're going to play our game and fall on our strengths to put our best foot forward for Saturday's championship game.
Yeah, and you've been a pro for 7 years?
This is my 6th year.
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I was almost there. How does this game or this season kind of compare to other years in your pro volleyball career?
Every year is special and unique in its own way, and the most special part of this is being on home soil and playing in front of so many family and friends. That's been the biggest difference compared to my other professional seasons, and it's been such an honor and so special to be a part of this and put my best foot forward to catapult this league in the right direction.
Yeah. How was the game against Atlanta from your perspective?
It was so exciting. I mean, the energy in the arena was just awesome by the end in set 5 there, and it was just so awesome to see my teammates just go after something.
And what are you just focusing on or working on before this championship game tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's just fine-tuning those skills and just doing what we do best, and kind of just putting those feet forward and getting touches on the ball.
And how is it being a part of this league, you know, new team, new league, with a coach who you are very familiar with, and then coming to this championship stage with her?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, when I was in college, or when we were in college together, we got to the Elite 8, but never a semifinal like that. So it's just great to go to the finals with Kathy and get that experience together.
There we go. What made you want to keep playing for her and with her?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is she cares about people. She cares about you as a person and pushes you to be your very best in sport and just in life. And it's contagious to be around that competitive attitude that she has. So that's what brought me back.
Did having a relationship with her before the Rise kind of help addition to this team and this league?
Yeah, I think that's helped tenfold. I mean, she knows who I am as a person and a player and knows what drives me, and we can bring that out, and yeah.
How was that game against Atlanta when you guys had to take on the 1 seed in a semifinal match?
It was amazing. It was just such a fun event. I mean, we were out there, we were scratching and clawing. They're so competitive, and it brought out the very best in us. And it was a great match to watch, let alone be a part of it and inside of it. It was awesome.
And how is it playing Omaha in the championship game when you just played them about a week ago?
Well, throughout this league, throughout the year, we've played teams week to week, and it's just, back to back and that type of thing. So, everybody will make adjustments to the adjustments that people make. And so you have to kind of try to, see what that might look like. You have to prepare for what they're going to do and what adjustments they make to kind of make it tougher for you to win. I mean, that's what it's about. It's always like strategy and counter moves and all of those things.
Has there been anything special about the prep for the semifinal or the championship game, or is it prep as usual?
It's prep as usual. I mean, just going through the scouting reports and, again, looking at what areas we can maybe exploit and areas that we can score in and different things that we can do to make sure that we're really ready. But really playing as a team is the number one thing. Like, how do we come together? How do we bounce back? Things aren't all going to go our way. There's tremendous players on the other side. Not getting too upset about that and just know they're going to score, and we just have to score more.
And how is it having players like Erica who can come back from an ACL injury and just act like they never left?
Well, and we took it slow with Erica, just because we wanted to make sure she was strong enough and that she had confidence. Sometimes coming back from one of those, it kind of almost your mind has to come along with your body, and I think she's done that quite nicely, and it's been a nice transition to see her play more and more as the season goes on.
Yeah, and then what about Alyssa? What made you want her to keep playing for you?
Alyssa is extremely competitive, although she carries a sweet side of her. She's got this extreme competitive side. And then she's just so physical, and she, has played at the highest level, and, just watching the way she competed when we were in the Sweet 16s and the Elite Eights and just playing against some of the best players in the country. I mean, she really gets after it. And so, it hasn't been easy for her to come back from having a baby, but she has done it really well and is really we're starting to see the best of her. So we're excited for that growth.
Yeah, when you put this team together, it was the first team to join the league, and then you put this team together, did you have championship expectations?
You always go into it with that idea, yes, and all of us, have. I mean, I think a common question is, could you imagine yourself here? And I go, I think we have from the very get-go, but I think every team has done that, so I don't know that that's unique to us. But, that's the goal, and you're working all year long to kind of form those relationships, start working together really well, build your skill base and all those things to be prepared for this moment. And I just thought we were starting to peak at the right time. We had a struggle bus in the middle there. I think that was part of it. I think it actually needed to happen to get us tough and resilient and, give us the areas of growth that we needed to have in order to put ourselves in this position.
And lastly, what do you want to see your team excel at tomorrow in order for you guys to win?
I want them to fight. I want them to stay together, and I want them to enjoy that moment because it's something else. And, when you play like that and you play to win and you get after it, everything falls into place. And you know what? Both teams are really great. So, we're going to do our very best.
I lied. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Have you noticed with Amelia, this being her last pro volleyball game coming up, have you noticed her have any sort of different fire or message to the team?
She's always very intense, so that it's not like really this is over the top anywhere, but I can see certain things that she's really looking to go for it. Even in today's practice, I can just tell, and I know that this has been a goal of hers since we talked on the phone over a year ago, and just talking about this opportunity. And I know that she's wanting to go out on a really good note, but again, it's not everything's in our control. So doing our very best is what's in our control, and so that's what we're going to give them.